Hey, Dustin Boudreaux here, and I want to make a quick video today just explaining my story of how I got involved in network marketing at 19 years old. I get quite a bit of phone calls and texts asking to share my story, and I thought this would be a great way. That way you can always have access to it whenever you need it, to show it to a younger person or somebody was asking if younger people can do this business. You always have this at your fingertips. So let's get right into it, and hopefully if you get some value and some inspiration from it, you can share this with your team and get this out to them to have one more tool in their pocket to go out and build their business. So like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, my name is Dustin Boudreaux. I got involved in network marketing at 19 years old. I come from a very small town in South Louisiana, and at the time of finding out about this industry, I was actually a full-time college student going to school to be a doctor, and found out very quickly I couldn't handle blood needles or chemistry. So it turns out, wouldn't have been a very good doctor, but through that process I transitioned into business and finance, and that's where I really found my passion. I really enjoyed the business world and the stock market and numbers game and all those different aspects of business. And so it was a great fit when I found out about this industry. And so exactly how did I find out about it? I happened to be at the gym one day, and I overheard a conversation, or really eavesdropped on a conversation from a guy I barely knew talking to a guy I never met. And they were talking about a business, being early, helping a bunch of people, making a bunch of money, and I was just listening. I said, man, that sounds great. I'm broke, I need to make some money. So I followed this guy at the gym and said, hey man, what are you talking about? And he said, well, go home and watch this video. So I get home, I put this video up, and I remember thinking two things as I watched the video. One, this seems too good to be true, and maybe you guys can relate to that if you're looking at this industry for the first time. Or two, if this is true, this is gonna be big and be able to help a lot of people. And maybe you had the same thoughts as well, that entrepreneurial mindset was starting to turn. And after watching the video, I called him back. I said, hey man, I watched the video, it's exciting, I have some questions. I don't really understand how this transpires into a business, but I do want more information, what's next? He said, well, come to a meeting. So I go to this meeting, and at this meeting is where everything changed for me. I learned about this product, this company, how we got paid, how early we were to the business, and all these exciting things about this business. And I'll take you back a few steps before this meeting. I worked for an international oil field company my last year of high school and my first year of college. And I thought it was okay. I made decent money. I met a lot of really great people. I knew I wasn't staying in the oil field forever, because when it's good, it's awesome. When it's bad, it's horrible. And at the time of making this video, as far as the oil field is concerned, it's definitely one of those downturns where things are pretty bad and waiting to tick back on the up and up as far as oil field. And so if you guys remember April of 2010, that's when the oil spill happened. And that's when I found myself working in the oil field. So I go to work one day, they say, look Dustin, we're slow, we got to lay you off, we don't have much work. And I got my last paycheck, walked me to the gate, and that was it. And I just remember thinking, man, that sucks. That was a real world experience that nobody prepared me for. So I find myself laid off, still a full-time college student. From where I was living to where I was commuting to school was an hour commute each way. I was doing that 5 days a week. I find myself at this meeting with $900 left to my name, no job, and at the time it was about $700 to get involved in the opportunity. I signed up that night. I didn't think about if it was a scam. I didn't think about if I can do it. I just said, you know what? I have got to do this. If I don't change, nothing's going to change. And I just saw the opportunity in front of me and decided to go in full force. So I get signed up, get everything I needed to do, and I get home and tell my parents what I did, and my mom said, dude, you're crazy. She said, how are you going to pay your truck, no gas, college tuition, all your bills? You just spent the majority of the money you had left. And I said, Mom, that's a great question. I didn't think about that. I said, I guess that's why I have parents. You guys figure it out. And she was not happy. But my mom wasn't doing well health-wise, so I said, Mom, please watch this video. I really think this product will do you some good for your health. Well, me, 2 weeks of begging her to watch this video, she finally watches it. Starts to take the product and has some really great health benefits. And now her and my dad are both in the business with me, which is great. Because now we get to build this thing together, and as a kid, you guys will be able to appreciate this. It's the small chance in time where the kid gets to tell the parent, hey, I told you so, now let's go out and make this thing happen. Because you know as well as I do, growing up, you don't get that many chances to tell your parents, hey, I told you so, right? And in wrapping up this story, the next day I called 4 of my friends and said, you guys have got to see this video. They said, what is it? I said, I don't know. I just got started, I'm 1 day old, I'll go over to your house and we'll watch it together. So we go to one of their houses, we all watched the video together. They had a bunch of questions, as you can imagine, that I couldn't answer. 1 day old in the business, first time hearing about network marketing, I had no clue. So I called a guy that was helping me get started, put the phone in the middle of the table on speakerphone. They asked questions, he answered them, and after that conversation, they all signed up in the business, and I made about $900 in 2 hours. And as a broke college student, you can about imagine how that felt. And as they say, the rest is history. So that's my story of how I got involved in network marketing at 19 years old. I just wanted to take a few quick minutes to share this. That way it can be on a video and you can always have access to it. That way you don't have to wait for a phone call or a text message. It's always readily available. So if you got some value from the video, guys, please share with your younger networks or whoever is asking if younger folks can do this, and we can do some great things together. So thank you guys for tuning in. This video is a wrap, and we'll talk soon.